Alright, mic test. Gotta turn down the level a little bit. There we go. Alright, so welcome back everyone to No Man's Sky. Since we last left off, I only explored I think like 2 planets. So I didn't really get a whole lot accomplished. There wasn't a whole lot I got to show off in the game. I've been playing a lot ever since then, so I've made quite a bit of progress. Ended up getting a lot more upgrades and stuff for my suit, my ship. It's a completely new ship that I just got like last night, I think. These are like I said last time, I only explored like 2 planets in one system. Now I've got all of these that I've explored, just kind of on my own time. And some of the way that I've actually been naming these is kind of to help myself out with if I need certain materials. And like I named this one nickel plated copper, so I know that the asteroids there have a lot of nickel and copper. And then I've got this one, Lufate Raw, which the RA stands for a certain material. I think that's radon. I can't remember exactly what that material is. All I know is that it's a really rare material, and if you sell it, you'll get a ridiculous amount of money for it. I've also managed to get a new multi-tool gun. This one kind of looks like an assault rifle in a way, and came with all these different upgrades that have really helped me out in both combat with some of the sentinels, which I can show later on in the video what I'm talking about with the sentinels. And there's also like a better scanner, and the beam's a little bit better, so it collects resources a little bit faster. I also got a plasma launcher on this one, which is kind of like just basically a plasma grenade launcher, and it helps me gain resources relatively fast. My new ship, I think first one was like 17 inventory slots. I can't really remember, but I ended up buying this one off of a random guy that had landed next to me on a planet. So this one came with all kinds of cool little upgrades to it. More beam damage for asteroids and ships, and better cooling for the photon cannon things, the phase beams or whatever they call them. Better deflector shield. Yeah, here it is, the cannon damage. The hyperdrive. So this hyperdrive right here, I think I might have. I thought I had an upgrade for it, but I guess I don't. The hyperdrive, what that's for is to actually warp to the different systems around the galaxy. And in order to do that, you have to use warp cells, which I want to say that this actually has a charge, because it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little white line right here that's somewhat full. So I want to say that I do have some warp cells already in there, but that's what powers this, is the warp cells. And you can either buy those or find them. They're really rare to find, or like me, I found a recipe in order to make them. And here's that element I was talking about, the RA1 Radnox. So I've been upgrading my inventory a good bit, and the way that you get these exosuit inventory upgrades is that you'll find these drop pods around different planets and stuff, and you have to pay a certain amount of credits, and you'll get an extra inventory slot to your, well, inventory. And I'll be able to show that off a little bit later, because I found an easy way to find those. And I want to say that those are like one of the first things that you really want to focus on whenever you start the game, because the inventory management in this game is kind of terrible. I'm always running out of space, and I still don't quite know what I need to keep and what I need to get rid of. There's a few things that I found are a lot more common than others, like Iron's really common, plutonium's really common, iridium, depending on the planet, it can be pretty common to find, but you need it for, like, whenever you have to repair a ship or some certain upgrades, you have to use iridium, and you end up losing a ridiculous amount of it. This, I haven't figured out what it's actually for. I've been selling it for the most part, because there's a planet that, the one planet that I had named RA at the end of it, it has a bunch of these little poison things that whenever you break them, you get some of those. The Atlas Stone, I'll show where I found this. This is supposed to be a pretty important item. I've heard that you have to save a certain amount of these before you reach the center of the galaxy and something will happen. What that is, I don't quite know yet. And one of the other things that I found was this Atlas Pass, which I actually found the same place that I got this Atlas Stone. And in fact, I'll go ahead, go over there right now. Well, first, I think my last game there were 2 different alien races that I showed. I think they're called the Korvax, something like that. The robot alien guys. And then there was the Gek, which are like the giant lizard things with beaks. Well, now there's these guys, which have tentacles on their faces. And I already know for my son bros that I talk to a lot on Facebook, they're probably going to give me hell about tentacles on their faces, but these are called Viking, and it's like a military race from what I've gathered. Like he's got a rank and then his name, and they're all pretty much like this. Cool. There's different alien factions. I don't know how many. I've only experienced 3 of them. Or I've only encountered 3 of them. And I know you can learn some of the different languages. Like I was learning the Korvax, whatever they're called. I've been learning their language for a while. But then I've also been learning a lot of Gek language as well whenever I've been exploring some of these planets. I had to turn the volume down in my headset. I can barely hear myself think. So, let me see. If you notice, there's these little red circles next to these planets and systems and stuff. I haven't uploaded the ones that are red yet. I'm trying to decide if I want to rename them to something, like if I found a certain material on those planets, if I want to rename them something specific, but I haven't really found a planet that I've honestly really wanted to do that with yet. Some of the different waypoints that I found on one of the planets. I'm wondering if I can find what the name of that race is. See, I've learned like 51 words total, but it doesn't tell me what the name of those races are. So that's kind of annoying. Oh well. I am going to show off what it is to be warping. Or maybe not. An anomaly. Hold on. I need to go back and see where this anomaly is supposed to be at. Unless that was the anomaly, I'm not entirely sure. This game's a little bad at pretty much explaining that. Anyways, where I got those Atlas stones is... I have to get away from here, because it's just right past the space station. Or actually, this isn't where I got the Atlas stones. This is where I got the Atlas Pass for... or I got the recipe and an Atlas Pass, I think. Is that one of these space anomalies? Ooh, might get to have some space combat. So I'm kind of bad at space combat, so pardon me if I die here. Thankfully this ship is so much better than my last one. God, it's hard to see because of that planet. I usually have a much harder time with these ships, but ever since I got this new ship, space combat has been so much easier for me. You're gonna die. Yep. Get good. Alright, now, where is... Oh, that was quick. The one annoying thing about this game is I wish there was a way where you could increase speed right up until you reach the entrance to things like this, because you'll be going like a ridiculous speed and then all of a sudden it just stops you once you reach like a certain distance from one of these stations. Then you're sitting there traveling at like a snail's pace compared to what you were doing earlier, which is really annoying. So there's this anomaly thing. I don't quite know what it is. Some kind of weird space station, but here's one of the Korvax, whatever they're called. And I want to say that no, he didn't give me the Atlas Pass. He had this communication prompt where he had asked me, do I want more resources for my journey? Do I want a quicker way to the center of the galaxy? Or do I want to continue following the Atlas path? So I went with Atlas. This is the guy that gave me the Atlas Pass last time. He's one of the Gek. So he's got like a weird little beak thing. Kind of like a bird slash lizard. Hoping that I can find another Atlas station so I can show y'all what that's about, because those Atlas stations, it's kind of creepy and just really neat to look at. They're really strange. I don't quite understand what Atlas is in this game yet. It kind of seems like it's supposed to be the species before everything, maybe. I think that's kind of what it's alluding to, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. I have no idea if anybody will actually join the stream or not. In fact, I don't think I told anyone. Well, except for maybe a handful of people. That's cool. I'll fly solo. On solo. So I can make corny Star Wars references. Oh, a distress signal. I haven't gotten one of those to shoot in a while. Oh yeah, and I remember why. Yeah. Direct nerd. I hope these are bad guys. Otherwise, I'm just kind of shooting some random people that happen to fly in front of me. My bad. Oh. I thought that was a ship. It's hard to see because of the lighting. I'm kind of glad that it's not always consistently the same, because it makes it really unique, but at the same time, sort of a pain, because you get like weird color schemes like this, and just terrible. I need to recharge this real quick. Yeah, see, at the bottom right it says to attack the remaining ships, which there's 25 of them, attacking these cargo freight things. And Josh, if you're watching this, is what I was talking about with some of these big space battles and some of the massive freighters that you can be attacking, or in this case I'll be defending it. I've only ever attacked one, and that was completely by accident. I was actually trying to shoot at one of the ships that was shooting the cargo thing, and I managed to hit the cargo ship instead, and so they started attacking me, and I died almost instantly. It really sucked. This kind of thing I don't like about the space combat is I wish there was a way to differentiate who you're focusing your attack on, the attackers, or if you're actually attacking the ship itself. Like, for example, if you were to attack one of these ships that are attacking these cargo ships, then it would automatically be like, oh, okay, he's attacking them, so he's not actually attacking the ship itself. And then give it, like, I don't know, no damage or something if I accidentally hit the ship. Stay still. I'm trying to stay away from these ships if I can avoid it, because I really don't want to end up fighting those ships and these ships all at the same time. I will die. One day, I think I'll actually be a space pirate and attack one of these cargo ships. I think it'd be fun. What's kind of good about these type of fights too is it's easy to take them out one by one rather than have all 20 of them attacking me at once. Plus these cargo ships really help out in the fight too. Let's attack. It's kind of the ghetto thing about this game, it won't just automatically track. I'm gonna have to fly to an asteroid here pretty soon to get more iron for my shields. There's still way too many of these ships. And the way it seems like the space combat works is that you have to get an initial hit on one of these ships, and then it enables like a tracking thing. Like, as you can see, that one was kind of orangish around it, so it meant that I could track it. And then there's usually like a little triangle thing that'll pop up if I'm aimed at them. I am getting torn up, and I don't know what is shooting at me. Oh, that one kind of looked like a TIE fighter for a second. Yeah, that little triangle thing that just popped up. If you continue shooting in that range, you'll shoot down the ships a lot quicker. Uh-oh. I'm about to die. Man, I really wasn't wanting to use my sink. so many ships. It really sucked the last time I did this too, because whenever I hit that cargo ship, I only had like a few more hits remaining on the... Or I only had like a few more ships remaining that were attacking the cargo ships. And it's not like you can just restart the event. It just stops. I want to say that this is iron, but I might have a full. What can I get rid of? I'm just gonna get rid of that. Because I think usually these big ones have iron. Oh. These little achievement things are kind of a pain too. Wow, I thought I got a lot more iron than that. That was kind of bullcrap. Alright, back at it. Well, there's only 16 left. Man, I better get some freaking units or something for this. Oh, I think I hit the ship. God, I really hate the fact that they're staying so close to the ships. I'm trying to follow this little radar thing, but I don't really quite understand it. The little display that's in the middle of my ship's HUD right now. I swear it looks like they run into the ships. Oops. I miss you that many times. Oh, I seriously thought it was like flying through the tail end of that ship. I was gonna be a little irritated. Man, I really need to stop using zinc though, because I'm gonna run out of zinc. Start seeing if I can mine some of these asteroids again. There's only about 11 ships left. Like I said, I really... Ooh. It's a really rare mineral. At least from what I understand, it's a really rare mineral. I've never seen it before. Figured there'd be a lot more iron inside of these asteroids. So I need to keep a surplus of iron. Iron and carbon are really important for survival. Iron because it recharges your ship's shields. And carbon because you use it in pretty much everything from your, I think, your multi-tool uses it, I think you use it for a life support system, yeah, isotopes. I think that's about all for the things that use really carbon. Oh, where'd that ship go? About to say, how did I just lose 3 gigantic ships? What the heck? Oh, I thought I killed him. I'm probably gonna die. I wouldn't mind it if it wasn't for the fact that you just, like, you don't even get anything from doing all of that. Plus one of my things ended up damaged too. One of the good things though is that whenever you die, you can go back to where you had died and pick up your inventory stuff again. But it's not showing me where I had died. Or if it is, I'm missing it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is one of those weird things where I don't really quite understand why they just completely stop the instance that, or the event that you were just doing before you died. Like, it should just continue. But no, instead they just decide, no, we're just gonna restart the whole thing. There were some more ships that just came in too. Oh wait, what? Oh. Oh. I just realized that I had this beam thing. Huh. Always wondered what that was on the other ships. Yep. I just got all my stuff. Screw it. Just gonna kill y'all. Because I can. Lithium. I'm almost positive that's a rare resource. I just don't know what exactly it's for. I think instead of exploring the planet, I want to go ahead and try to get to this Atlas station. Because I have 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 jumps before I make it to that Atlas station. I think I'll just record for like another half hour or so and then call it good for the day. Got plenty to do today. So the neat thing about this game is that it doesn't really have loading in it so much. Except for if you have to reload a save for any reason. I think that's literally the only time that I've seen this game load. Unless you count pretty much that little warp thing that just happens. Which I prefer those kinds of loading type of deals instead of what you usually run into with like a loading screen. With that it seems a little more interactive. Makes you feel like you're still in the game. Not sure if I have another. Yeah, I didn't think I had another.
No free slots in ship inventory.
I have to make another warp cell. So these things are kind of a pain to make. You need antimatter, right? Antimatter. You have to have an electron vapor. For an electron vapor, you need suspension fluid. Here's suspension fluid. So you have to like just craft in a series of steps just to get this one little cell thing. There. That's just one. And I need to kind of be careful on what all I'm using because I don't want to end up in a situation where I'm left without any plutonium or anything. So let me see. Thamium I can get pretty easy. Iridium, like I said, can be pretty easy to find, and I have a lot of it. It's the plutonium I'm worried about because you need that to launch your ship off whenever you land on a planet's surface. I think I'll be good for a while. What did I say, like 3 jumps? Alright. I had to check and see if my mic was muted. I was gonna cry. Uh-oh. Well, too bad. I don't feel like dealing with them right now. I just wanna... Oh, that's funny. I think those ships were getting attacked too. I've yet to be able to freaking complete one of those distress beacon things. Oh, that is a cool looking space station. It just looks bigger than the other ones I'm used to. Wow, are there any planets around here? Yeah. There's one right there. There's the sun. Oh, there you are. Cool. I also like how the thing I hate about, like, a lot of people compare this game to Elite Dangerous because of the space aspect of it. And the thing I hated about Elite Dangerous is that you would have to, if you wanted to warp to a certain location, you had to completely fly around a planet in order to align yourself with whatever other galaxy or whatever it is, or whatever system you're going to. It's just a huge freaking pain. And this isn't like that at all. Because you could literally spend like half an hour in Elite Dangerous just trying to get from point A to point B. It was a very time-intensive game. It's kind of like a part-time job. Like literally, you would, if you wanted to be a trader, which that's mainly what I do in games like this. I like to make a lot of money, and then I'll buy all of the fancy equipment and then become like a space pirate or whatever. But in Elite Dangerous, as a trader, starting off, and in order to trade, you would buy a certain commodity or whatever. You'd buy like a certain thing, and then you would go to another space station to sell it for a profit. But you could spend like half an hour just flying to that one space station. It was just a huge pain. I think this is the last jump. Yep. Alright. I'll get to see what the Atlas station looks like. At the beginning of the game, you get a choice on whether or not you want to follow this path. It's kind of weird because when you start out and there's like this weird, I think it's a floating red orb type thing. And then that's when you get to make your choice of whether or not you want to follow the path or just do your own thing. And this is what leading the path gets you to. Or following the path. One of these Atlas interfaces. So freaking huge. It's kind of like you look at the cover of the game. That's what this is. It's on the cover of the game. It's really eerie looking. I still don't know how I feel about it. It's got like a Big Brother vibe going on with it. How freaking huge it is. There's these little orb things. I don't quite know what they do. Or, I mean, I know what they do. They can give you some of these words, but I don't know exactly how they work. Because I could literally walk around to all of these other ones, and they don't give me anything. So I don't honestly know if it's just these ones on the platform and stuff, or what. I just got something for toxin protection. Oh, and this is where you get some warp cells. They'll always give you free warp cells right there. Concede. And the thing, that was one of the things, I don't know if y'all noticed, but it said milestone point, whatever, Rosetta, or above. As you get milestones, you'll get like an overall rank. Like that's mine right now. It's Hubble. Total milestones 44. That's how many I have total. I don't know how these are ranked exactly. I just do a bunch of stuff, and then all of a sudden I have the next milestone. Oh, that'll be an easy one to get. Meet 3 more aliens. Discovered all species on 0 planets. Screw that. Take forever, I feel like. And that giant orb thing gave me a Atlas Stone. Which I had a bunch of them before, but I was selling them for money. Which I know you're not supposed to do it, but if I really desperately need Atlas Stones, I know of a way to duplicate them. Which is cheaty, I know, but screw it. It's not like this is an online game anyway. And usually after you've visited one of these Atlas things, if you jump to another system, then it will, one of those anomaly things will pop up. One of those weird space stations. Oh, wow. That was just one jump away. What? What? They've never been one jump away. That's awesome. Or maybe they haven't. I've never paid attention. Probably the latter. I hate these green universe, galaxy, whatever systems. I don't understand science. It's cool. Seen, oh god, what was that movie called? Fist of Fury, I think. It was like a, it was a parody of martial art films, the old martial art films where they would dub it with English and it was just terrible. Oh, I want to go backwards. That doesn't look good. Do not want. It looks like an angry eyeball. I wonder if the ones with words are shinier or something. I don't know. No, because I'm willing to bet that one will give me a word. These other ones won't. I don't know. Ich nicht weiß. I don't know. Oh, cool. Oi. Where's my free warp stones, yo? Man, some stuff is about to go down. Nah, but for real, what the heck? Why is that one all cracked? It's really strange that that one didn't come with warp stones. I wonder why. See, so this game isn't really completely pointless. It just depends on your playstyle. Like with me, I just went ahead and started off with the Atlas thing because I thought, oh, what's that? I better find out. So been following the Atlas path ever since. I don't even know how close to the... Oops. I don't even know how close to the center I am.
Orbital station coordinates received.
Anomaly detected. I wonder where it's going to show me. Oh, Lord. Looks like it's a good 6 or so jumps. We're gonna jump here and then I'll start exploring one of these planets. So I've been doing a lot of space travel this time around. Happen to get a few good space battles in too. You never really know what to expect. This next planet that I land on is probably going to be a living hell where I can't find plutonium to leave it. It's happened before. It's kind of too bad I didn't record it. It was seriously the worst time ever. There's also a tip that I heard, which I'm not seeing any of them right now, but there's usually these, oh, there's one, if you can kind of see them, these streaks in the sky. Those are paths that ships fly frequently on. I've heard if you follow them to the surface of the planet, you can end up finding some pretty good materials to mine and sell later on. So I might have to do that eventually. I like this little fire effect that it does if you're dropping too fast. I don't think it affects your ship any though. Oops. It's one of my complaints about this game is that it won't really let you really low to the ground, which sucks because you can't really see what there is to mine. You can if it's these huge outcroppings, like that's probably emerald. Oh dang. All of the plutonium. Oh, this is an irradiated planet too. Cool. Yeah, this is emerald. Like the plasma launcher would be really good for this. Hey Ace. It's kind of unfortunate that you got on because I'm about to get off here in about 11 minutes. I ended up starting early just because I was bored. Laura. I should have scanned it. Dang it. What is that? It's a hentai waiting to happen, that's what that is. Oh, here's a sentinel. No Ace. I was gonna, like, get off for the rest of the day. At least from this game for sure. I didn't want to play too long. I've got some other stuff going on today.
Hostiles approaching. Warning. Sentinel tracker activated.
For those who don't know, Ace is my moderator for the streams. It's like a weird, gigantic antelope of death.
Radiation protection falling.
I don't think I've actually found protection for radiation just yet. You can stay or go or do whatever you want, Ace. This thing is cool looking. Oh, here's a monolith where you can learn some words. Corbacks. Cool. There's a thing over there. There's a ship. Wonder what milestone I got. Oh. I was wondering if I could scan that little whatever it was. Oh, is that another? Yep. Cool. Isotope. That's a different one. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's so cool looking. It's like a donkey and a chihuahua made a baby. And it had some kind of weird defect where its skeleton popped out side of its body. I'm so easily entertained by this game.
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah. If anything, I'll just turn into the Incredible Hulk. Advanced life form. I want to name you something, but I don't know what to name you.
Life support power low.
Right? If that's the worst case scenario, I wonder what the best case would be. I don't know if I have another one of those, the face coolant betas. Ooh, crap, I'm tired. Ooh.
Units received.
That's a pretty cool looking thing. Jesus, there's 13 freaking... Wow. Screw that. I'm not gonna go to that beacon thing just yet. I wanna check and see what this alien life form is.
Radiation protection stabilizing. Inventory
It's kind of weird whenever you first initialize, or whenever you first initiate conversation with these guys. They'll do like that little weird greeting thing. As you learn words, you begin to understand what they're saying here. Re-energize life form. I can transfer some AM9. I'm gonna sell some stuff. So the thing I don't understand about this game is how, like, how to figure out what part of the galaxy these different species are in. I kind of wonder if it's just random. Oh dang, that sells for a lot. I'll sell my gold too. Alright. I should be able to do that. Ooh. New multi-tool. Pretty sure mine's better though. Yeah, mine's better. I haven't actually researched what these symbols mean either. But it looks like mine's better anyway. Look like one of those weird lizard things from Star Trek. And then we're almost out of time. I want to go ahead and show what a drop pod is that gives the exosuit upgrades. So first thing, you have to craft a bypass chip. Just plutonium and iron. Go up to one of these beam things. They're usually at like these little outpost deals. Then select shelter. And the shelter can be something like a drop pod, a crash ship, or literally like a little shelter, like it just did. I've had it do that to me before, where it'll show something that I've already discovered, but usually, because you can do this more than once. So I'll just search again. Drop pod detected. Ooh, that's pretty close. This is why I wish I could fly lower to the ground. It's kind of hard to see where to land. Oh good, a storm. That little thing I just got is something that you can sell to any of the vendors. But you go up to this, suit upgrade pops up, pay whatever the price is. Usually it increases by I think like 10,000 units per upgrade. There you have it.
Radiation protection.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Falling. Units received.
Man, this world has some crazy looking creatures on it. So, I'm about out of time. So I hope everybody enjoys watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you disliked it, let me know. If there's anything else that you would like to see in No Man's Sky, let me know. We'll just continue joining me on my misadventures here. Hopefully, maybe one day I'll finally win in one of those space battles, or even just attack one of those gigantic ships. Anyways, thanks for watching.